Welcome back to Travel Guy. If you love exploring the hidden corners of the world, you're in the right place. But today, instead of the usual beautiful beaches, famous landmarks, or luxury destinations, we're diving into a very different kind of journey. We're talking about some of the most feared, avoided, and dreaded neighborhoods in the United States. These are places with reputations built on high crime rates, poverty, and decades of social and economic challenges. They are neighborhoods that many outsiders avoid, but for those who live there, they're home. Each of these areas tells a story of survival, hardship, and resilience. And while these neighborhoods are often portrayed in the media as dangerous, they also represent the struggles of urban America, and in many cases, the hope for change. So, buckle up as we count down America's most dreaded neighborhoods, top 10, from number 10 all the way to number 1. 10. Skid Row, Los Angeles, California. Skid Row isn't just a neighborhood, it's a symbol of America's homelessness crisis. Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, it covers about 50 city blocks and is home to an estimated 8,000 to 10,000 homeless individuals. Tent cities line the streets, and the area faces issues of drug addiction, poverty, and violent crime. For many visitors to LA, walking through Skid Row feels like stepping into another world, one that reveals the extreme inequality of the city. Despite its reputation, Skid Row is also a place of activism, with nonprofits, churches, and outreach workers fighting every day to improve conditions. 9. Englewood, Chicago, Illinois. Englewood is one of Chicago's most infamous neighborhoods, often making headlines due to its high levels of gun violence. Once a thriving area in the early 20th century, it suffered from economic decline, white flight, and a lack of investment. Today, many blocks are filled with vacant lots and abandoned homes. But while outsiders know Englewood mostly for crime, locals know it for its resilience. Community leaders, youth programs, and grassroots organizations are trying to rewrite the narrative, showing that Englewood is more than just statistics. 8. Tenderloin District, San Francisco, California. The Tenderloin is both fascinating and troubling. Just steps from San Francisco's upscale hotels and tech headquarters, this neighborhood has long been notorious for its open-air drug market, homelessness, and high levels of petty crime. Visitors often describe a sharp contrast between the wealth of the city and the poverty concentrated in the Tenderloin. Yet the district has its own unique identity, filled with immigrant communities, historic theaters, and cultural institutions. It's a place of contradiction, both dangerous and deeply human. 7. West Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore has often ranked among America's most dangerous cities, and the West Side is at the center of that reputation. Poverty, unemployment, and the drug trade have fueled violence here for decades. The hit TV show The Wire famously depicted Baltimore's struggles, shining a light on issues like corruption, systemic inequality, and gang violence. Yet West Baltimore is also a place of strong community ties. Churches, activists, and educators work tirelessly to support the next generation, even in the face of overwhelming challenges. Number 6. Central City, New Orleans. Louisiana's Central City is one of New Orleans' oldest neighborhoods, and with history comes complexity. Once a thriving African-American community, it has faced decades of disinvestment and crime. The devastation of Hurricane Katrina in 2005 only deepened the struggles, leaving many residents displaced and poverty levels soaring. Today, Central City is still associated with violent crime, but it also remains a cultural heartbeat of New Orleans, tied to the traditions of jazz, Creole cuisine, and Mardi Gras. It's a reminder that even in hardship, culture and identity survive. Cleveland's East Side, Ohio. The east side of Cleveland is often cited as one of the toughest parts of the Midwest. The collapse of manufacturing industries left behind economic devastation, unemployment, and abandoned properties. High rates of violent crime, including robberies and assaults, have kept the east side on lists of America's most dangerous neighborhoods. But Cleveland's story is also one of renewal. Grassroots organizations are working on urban farming, arts programs, and education to give young people alternatives and restore pride to the community. 4. North St. Louis, Missouri. North St. Louis has struggled for decades with poverty, abandoned housing, and gang activity. Many entire blocks are filled with boarded-up homes, a result of years of population decline and lack of investment. Crime rates here are significantly higher than the national average, and the neighborhood often feels like a forgotten part of the city. Yet there are sparks of hope. Redevelopment projects, small businesses, and community leaders are working to bring North St. Louis back to life, step by step. Number 3, Detroit's East Side, Michigan. Detroit is famous for its decline after the auto industry collapsed, and the East Side became ground zero for that struggle. Entire neighborhoods emptied out, leaving behind urban prairies of vacant lots and abandoned factories. The East Side remains one of the most dangerous areas in Detroit, with high rates of violent crime. But Detroit is also a city of comebacks. Murals, art projects, music festivals, and new businesses are breathing life back into the city, proving that the East Side story isn't finished yet. 2. Compton, Los Angeles County, California. Compton's name is known around the world, thanks to its portrayal in music, movies, and pop culture. In the late 20th century, it became infamous for gang violence and crime, especially during the rise of groups like the Bloods and Crips. While crime rates have decreased in recent years, Compton still struggles with poverty, unemployment, and violence. Yet, it's impossible to ignore Compton's cultural influence. From legendary rappers to world-class athletes, Compton has produced talent that has shaped American culture. It's both feared and admired, a place with a complicated reputation. 1. Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. At number 1, we have Brownsville, Brooklyn. This neighborhood has long held the title of one of the most dangerous areas in New York City. Public housing dominates the landscape, and for decades, Brownsville has had some of the highest violent crime rates in the city. Shootings, robberies, and gang activity have made it a place many outsiders fear to enter. But Brownsville is also a story of resilience. It has produced famous athletes, artists, and community leaders who rose above the odds. Despite the challenges, Brownsville's people continue to push for change, fighting to create a safer future for the next generation. So there you have it, America's most dreaded neighborhoods, top 10. From Los Angeles to New York, from the Midwest to the Deep South, these neighborhoods reveal the side of America that doesn't show up in postcards or tourist brochures. They're places shaped by history, inequality, and hardship, but also by resilience, culture, and community. At Travel Guy, we don't just explore the beautiful and glamorous, we explore the real, because to truly understand a country, you have to see every side of it. If you enjoyed this countdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Travel Guy, and let us know in the comments which city we should cover next. Until then, stay safe, stay curious, and keep exploring.